Today's video is going to be the first of my declutter videos, and I'm going to start out with the top drawer of my smaller IKEA Alex drawers, and it's going to be face products like blush, bronzers, there's some foundation, some highlighter, stuff like that in there. So if you're ready to see me declutter some things, let's get started. Okay, so I have everything separated into little piles. We got some blush, bronzers, highlighters, foundation, beauty creams. These are face powders, concealers back there in the corner, and these are just kind of duos or trios there. To start out, I'm going to do the foundations and stuff first since they're right here. This one here is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. I'm going to keep that. I do like it. It's in the shade Ivory. Next I got this little sample thing I got in my Target Beauty box. It's got headlight, or that's the sponge, and the headlight medium and dark, and I think that the medium and dark will be too dark for me anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in Classic Ivory. I'm going to keep that. This is the e.l.f. Tinted Moisturizer in Porcelain. This is almost out. Let's see. Yeah, there's still some in there, quite a bit in there, so I think I'm going to keep that. I can't remember. I think one of these two oxidized on me really bad. I think it was this one. You can tell it's a little bit oranger, so yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, so this is the e.l.f. BB Cream in the shade Fair. I do like this one. The pump broke on it, so it just kind of gets stuck in the cap, so I just kind of use it that way without pumping it out. But I do kind of like this one, so I'm going to keep using this. There's not a whole lot left in it, so keep that. This is the NYC Smooth Skin BB Cream in the shade Light, I believe. Yes. I don't think I have a whole lot of this one left either. I think I'm going to try to keep that and use that up. This one may have oxidized on me a little bit too. Can't remember, but I'm going to keep trying to use that. This is the Miracle Skin Transformer in the shade Light, and I'm going to keep using this, give this a few more tries. These three are just some things I use for primer, face primer. I really haven't used this a whole lot lately. There's still quite a bit left. I might try to give this another go and see if that works anymore. I'd hate to throw this big tube out. Let's see. Oh, it expires next month, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'll put it in the trash. This is the e.l.f. Glitter Primer. I really like that, so I'm keeping that. Okay, this is the e.l.f. Shadow Look Eyelid Primer in the shade Champagne. I got this at the Dollar Tree, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. It does have a little bit of a tint to it, and a little bit of a shimmer. So I'm going to keep that and continue using that. Next I'll go into my concealers back here. I'm going to bring them up here. This is the e.l.f. Zit Zapping Concealer. As you can see, I have not even tried it yet. I got this at the Dollar Tree, so I'm definitely keeping that. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle in the shade Light, or Pale, yeah, Light. And obviously I haven't used it, so I'm going to keep that. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer, and it's in the shade Ultra Light. This here is really too thick for me, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. I'll get rid of that. The little pencil, I believe, is kind of drying, so I'm not going to use that either, so I'll just put them back in there. Get it away. This is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Fair, and I do like to use this. It's a little bit dark for a highlighter or anything like that, but I do like it. I might try to see if I can get the lighter shade, if there is a lighter shade. This one is Fair, so I'm not sure if there's a lighter shade in that or not. This is the CoverGirl Plus Olay, the Depuffer Eye Concealer. And I'm still kind of using that up, so keep that. These two are the Almay Smart Shade Concealers. One is in light, and the other one is in light medium. Yeah, and I just got these at the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to keep these. This is the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer Duo in the shade St. Lucia. I've had this for a very long time and it's starting to get a little bit crumbly, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this on. This is something that I would repurchase, but if I needed to, but obviously right now I don't need to, so I'll get rid of that. These two are my the Elsa and the Belle trios that I got from Walgreens. I'm definitely keeping those. Okay, next I'm going to go on to face powders. This first one is the e.l.f. Translucent Mattifying Powder in the shade Translucent. And it just looks like that. I don't really ever use this, so I'm going to pass this on. This is the NYC BB Radiance in the shade Naturally Beige. I really do like this, so I'm going to keep that. This is Rimmel Stay Matte in the shade Transparent. I'm going to keep that. This is the Wet n Wild Cover All Pressed Powder in the shade Fair. I think I'm going to keep this. Oh, this is kind of broken, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that because it's about to crumble right out of there. So, there's that one. This one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon. It's called a bronzer. It's Reserve Your Cabana. And it just looks like that. It's really light and it's real pretty. It gives your skin just a slight little glow, so I do like them to keep that. This is the e.l.f. SPF 45 sunscreen. It's a powder sunscreen. It is a little bit dark once I put it on my skin, and I don't ever really use it, so I think I'm going to pass this on. This is a pretty bulky thing that takes up a lot of space in my drawer, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, this one is the e.l.f. Eye Brightener in the shade Buff. I know a lot of people like this one. I tried it a few times and I actually was going to get rid of it last declutter I had, but I didn't. And I don't think I've used it since then, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass it along. This one is the Makeup Forever Micro Finish Powder. I really haven't given this much of a try, so I'm going to keep that. These three are L'Oreal On the Loose Luminous Powder, and I got these at the Dollar Tree. I really haven't got a chance to try these out too much, so I'm going to keep these and try them out. I think a couple of them were very glittery, but I think this one might be too dark, even for like a blush or something, because it's got a lot of glitter in it. I think I'm going to get rid of this one and keep these two. One is more of a gold, and this one kind of more of a peachy color, so I'm going to keep those. Okay, next onto bronzers. This one here is a Too Faced Chocolate Soleil little sample that I got, and I really love it. It actually broke and I tried to fix it and it still cracked again, so I'm just going to get rid of it because it's just going to make a big mess everywhere. So that. This is the e.l.f. Healthy Glow Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. You can see it's kind of a golden bronzer. That lighting's kind of weird on here, but I don't ever use this, so I think I'm going to get rid of this. Same with this one. This one is from Physicians Formula. It's in the shade Moonlight Bronzing and Shimmering Face Powder. It's pretty, but I don't ever use it. So I'm going to get rid of that. I love that packaging. It's so cute. This one is the Hard Candy Hula Hula. And this one is really pretty. I'm definitely going to keep this one. It's really dark, but if you just use a light hand with it, it's okay. It's kind of orange looking on here, but it doesn't look quite that orange on your face. This is the Hard Candy Bronzer Duo in Sun Bunny. It just looks like that. Packaging is just huge for what little bit you get in there. And it's very similar to this one here, so I think I'm going to get rid of this one since it's so big. And this one here is a little bit more glowy. This one is the Hula Hula, so I think I'm going to get rid of this one, even though the packaging is just super adorable. This one here is a Physicians Formula Bronzer. Glowing Booster Pressed Shimmering Bronzer in Light to Medium. Packaging is cute, but it's very bulky, of course, and then it's the bronzer down in there. And then you get this little brush that you just kind of push through the cap. And you just kind of put it on with that. I got this at the Dollar Tree. and it's very dark. And I don't ever use it. The packaging is really bulky, it takes up a lot of space in my drawer, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. And the last bronzer I have is this Physicians Formula Nude Wear Glowing Nude Bronzer. And I love the packaging with the little bow, it's so cute. And I do like this one, I have used this one quite a bit, so I'm going to keep this one. Okay, next I'm going to do my highlighters. I moved them up here a little bit closer. First one is this Hard Candy Highlighter Duo in Lit Up. Very cute packaging. Very big packaging. And it's, I don't know if you can really see, but it's not very illuminating. So I think I'm going to get rid of this. I love the packaging. I was so excited to get these, but I was very disappointed in the way they actually were on the face. So I'll get rid of that. Okay, the next one is this e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. And I've used this quite a bit, and the packaging is broken on it. So I think I'm just going to pass this on. This is something I probably would repurchase in the future, but right now I'm just going to let this go because I've had it forever. This one is in the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Pink Diamonds. This one I was not that impressed with. I mean, there's almost nothing. You can't even see, barely even see it on my hand here, so I'm going to get rid of that. This next one is the Wet n Wild Fergie Center Stage Collection in Hollywood Boulevard, and it says it's a shimmer palette, so I think it's really pretty. It's pretty dark, but it's kind of good, more like a goldy kind of shade to it. I don't know if you can see, this lighting is really bad, but I'm going to keep that. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. This is new in a pink, or catwalk pink, and I really do like this one, so I'm keeping that. This is new. I still playing with that. Keeping that. This is the Physicians Formula Warm Nude Shimmer Strips, and this is so pretty. I usually just use like the top row, and I don't know if you can see it from the lighting, but very pretty. I'm keeping that. This one is called the Miracle Skin Transformer Face Spotlight. It's a liquid illuminator. Very pretty. Just get a little bit of a glow there. So I'm going to keep that. The last of the highlighters is this e.l.f. Ambient Palette. I think now it is called the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette, but this I really like. It has a really nice big mirror. I dropped it and two of them broke out, but I did mostly use this one and this one here anyway. But I was so sad when I dropped it and they all broke like that. So, but I'm still going to keep these two. And actually, these things pop out. I'm sure everybody's heard that before. So I might be able to put these in a different palette. Maybe one that I can kind of customize myself, so definitely keeping those. Okay, now for the blushes. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Blush in the shade Coral. And it's kind of a mess, but it looks like that. See if I can get a swatch of it without making a huge mess everywhere. It's kind of pretty. I don't know if it's worth the... I don't know if you can really even see it there, but... It's pretty. This lighting is so bad. I'm so sorry, but I don't think it's worth the mess because I know I have shades that I like better. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I hardly ever use it anyway. So the next one is this e.l.f. Baked Blush in Passion Pink, and it just looks like that. I don't know if you can see. I'm so sorry about the lighting, but this is really pretty. It's kind of more of like a blush topper because it's very shimmery and we're kind of light, but I'm going to keep this as a blush topper. Now these are all Wet n Wild blushes. These three are the Fergie ones. This one, as you can see, broke on me. I think I used it once and then it broke. So I'm going to throw that one away. I think you only paid like $1 or something for it anyway, so These two are, let's see, this one is in the shade Brush with Destiny. I really like this one, so I'm keeping that. This one is in the shade Brush with Danger. I'm going to keep that. That's Brush with Danger here. Okay, these two are the Color Icon blushes, and this one is in Pearlescent Pink and Mellow Wine. They have reformulated these and come out with new packaging and all that. I have not gotten the new ones yet, so I'm going to keep these until I get the new ones, and yeah, so I'm going to keep those. Haven't got a whole lot of use out of those just yet. They're fairly new to me. This is a CoverGirl blush, CoverGirl Clean Glow blush in the shade Roses, and it's just kind of like has the 3 shades. Very pretty. I'm gonna keep that one right here. You can see. Yeah, keep that one. This one is a L'Oreal Hope blush in the shade, I think it's Color of Hope. Possibly, I'm not really sure, but WB227. I got this at the Dollar Tree. Comes with a little brush, which I'll go and throw that away because I won't use that. But this is really pretty. It's darker, but it's pretty once you kind of blend it out a little bit. So I'm keeping that. These two I got from the Dollar Tree. They are Wet n Wild blushes. It does not say it on here anyway, but it says Beauty Benefits. And it doesn't even have a color or anything on it, but this one is really bright pink. It's pretty, but I don't ever reach for these. And this one is kind of darker, kind of a plummy color. Really dark. So I'm going to get rid of those. I don't ever reach for those. Okay, these two are Hard Candy. This one is the Hard Candy Glow All the Way Blush Crush Baked Blush in the shade Living Doll. And it's just like a marbleized baked blush in this shade right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty. It has kind of a glowy shade or glowy look to it. Keeping that. This one is the Glow All the Way Ombre Baked Blush in the shade Sunburst. And it's so pretty. You really can't see it on the arm here, but it's a little bit darker than that one. You can see it. Very pretty. I really like that one. Okay, this one is a Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Sexy Glow Blush in Natural. And I just thought it was so cute. I had to re-glue the little heel back on there, but as you can see, I got it on clearance from CVS. It just looks like that. It's pretty powdery, but it's kind of a real pretty color. Kind of a peachy pink almost. I don't know if you can see right here. So I'm going to keep that. I haven't had that for very long. Next is a NYX powder blush in the shade Dusty Rose. This is something I got for on clearance at CVS as well. It's half off. This is just real pretty. It's a matte shade. Very pretty. Keeping that. Next is some e.l.f. HD blushes that I got at the Dollar Tree. I got Headliner and Superstar. And I actually have not used these yet. I got them a little while back. I'm kind of scared of them because they are super pigmented. Oops. Yeah, that was like way too much. That is the lightest shade actually. And that is in Headliner. Very pretty. I mean, I'm sure it'd be pretty once you kind of blend it out. Okay. This one, as you can see, I got way too much, but this is the shade Superstar. And I think I'm going to get rid of this one because that is just way too much. Even just kind of blend it out. It's still really dark, so I'll get rid of this one and keep the lighter one. Okay, this is the e.l.f. blush palette. This is the light shade. And it just looks like that. I really do like this. I don't really use that one that much. It's kind of dark, and that one's kind of dark. But these two I really like, so I'm going to keep these. The last things are some e.l.f. blushes. This one I got from the Dollar Tree. It's in the shade Fuchsia Fusion. Really pretty pink. Only thing about it is it's very glittery. don't know if you can even see the glitter in it, but it's real pretty. I think I'm going to keep that, give it a few more tries. This one is in the shade Tickled Pink. And I have had this one quite a while. It's kind of dry feeling now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. I do like the shade though. I may have to get a new one. And this one is in the shade Coral Crush. And this one here I've also had quite a while and it started to get pretty dried out. So, yep, you can't even see that anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Okay, so this is the pile that I'm keeping. This is the pile that I'm getting rid of, and there's a few things over here in the trash. But it doesn't seem like I really got rid of a whole lot of things. But I think once I got rid of the big packaging things, I'll be able to fit some things in my drawer a lot better. So that's it. So I'm keeping and getting rid of. Okay, so this is what the drawer looks like now. If you saw my makeup collection, you know how packed it was. So this is all my blushes, bronzers, highlighters, face powders, foundations and BB creams, and my concealers, and that's it. The only thing that's in the very back is just I have one extra Real Techniques sponge that's back there, so that is all that. It fits in there really good, and I actually have some space. Okay, so that is it for my first declutter video. I collect a lot of makeup, and I do end up either not liking some of it or just not using it, so that's why I want to get rid of it. I will be doing more haul videos just because I love new makeup and trying out new things, so just want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give me some thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. Links are down below. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.